table that they can bring to the table, but they have the most requests for what men should bring to the table. So I want to get into this video here. I want to hear what she has to say. I want to know your thoughts on this whole what do you bring to the table situation. Have you ever asked a woman what she brings to the table? And ladies, have you ever asked a man what he brings to the table? I want to know. Have you ever asked that question? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you have to say. So we're going to play the video, get into it. I'm going to give my thoughts on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, share and like the video, and turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, let's get into it. Here we go.
I can't tell if women are saying they are the table because they really believe that, or they really just don't know what to bring to the table. But what I was taught a woman is supposed to bring to the table is, number 1, respect. Number 2, an open mind. Number 3, the ability to be taught and to be led. Number 3, assistance, support. Number 4, a good attitude. Be happy, be loving, be warm, be vulnerable. Okay? And then you're supposed to bring questions if you have them. Okay? Be authentic, be selfless, be ready to give. Okay? Don't be looking for what you could take. Give as much as you can as a woman.
Now, listen, so far, No Lies Detective. No Lies Detective, she brought up some very good pointers. She brought up some very good things that would be beneficial to a man. But the problem with that is a lot of women don't want to be beneficial to a man. They think a man should only be beneficial to them. This is why I say it's a one-sided deal. This is why a lot of women fail in relationships. And majority of women are the ones who leave the relationships because they don't think that the relationship is serving them. So they get out of it. And they think that they're going to have a better chance next time. Because a lot of women are very selfish. They're self-absorbed. They've been taught that a man should give them everything in 10 bags of chips. That the man should be the provider, the protector, the resources, the everything. And once again, women have never been taught what they should be for a man. And even when you tell them or give them examples of what could be a benefit to a man, it is not something that they want to do. They don't want to do it. They've been brainwashed into thinking that a man is supposed to be everything to them.
I think women are so power hungry, and now that they've been given power, it reveals what women actually want to do. Because I just don't think our nature is very good.
Yeah.
I think our nature is like terrible. And so now they're like, here, you terrible people, here's a bunch of power. And they're like, yay, let's be whores. I'm going to leave my husband, and I'm going to kill my kids. See you guys.
You make a good case. I can't really argue against
Yeah, like
you.
I just don't think our nature is very good.
Blood. So the only way we're going to live...
Boring.
Well, that's one of them, and it's a very effective strategy,
Yeah, like
apparently.
if you whore for the one guy, and then if he dies, you're whoring for the next.
Right, sure. But also, right, you had to live according to that tribe's values, right?
that's true.
Because then the tribe's going to feed you.
Yeah.
So you're not going to stand up and tell the tribe that maybe we shouldn't do something because they might throw you out. You have the same exact thing happening now. These women are not going to stand up and tell the tribe that it's wrong to abort the children. They might get thrown out.
Where the niggas at who paying bills? Cause I'm not doing this shit no more. Like I'm done. I'm so fucking done. Now I see why these women out here like living good. What a nigga paying their bills? Like where are they? Because I'm not doing this no more. Like the car insurance going up. I'm paying rent. I gotta buy food. I gotta take care of everything. I'm not doing this anymore. Now I see why people stay in relationships and they're miserable. At least the bills paid. I'm not doing this no more. Where the niggas who spend money, who pay all the bills? Where they at?
Winter has arrived for so many women, and this is why you see an uptick in dating content and women talking about how the dating pool has piss in it, because they're in an economic bind. The economy is getting worse for so many women, and the bills still keep coming in, and they're just like, man, I need a man, I need some help. But you notice they're not saying I need a man for anything that a man would want, like in a woman, or in other words, for anything that a man would provide that he would enjoy. They are desperate for men because they need economic help. But what's so funny is that what makes women think like this? What makes them think that all a man is doing is waiting to be the helper, waiting to be Captain Save-A, you know what I mean, Captain Save-A 304, or Captain Save-A-Woman, it doesn't have to be a 304. Why do you think men are just waiting around to come save a woman? And how are you going to get in relationship with a man? That's going to determine if a man is going to be helping you or not, isn't it? So it seems to me that instead of women coming on here panhandling and complaining, why don't you make yourself a more desirable woman so that a man picks you and then he will help you?
There is no reason for a man to behave like a gentleman with a prostitute. That's kind of the whole selling point. That would be ridiculous at best and wasteful and dangerous at worst. So that's the answer to the question that began this series. Where are all the gentlemen? They disappeared when the lady went extinct. And it wasn't men who killed her. Women have proudly fought tooth and nail to escape the social restrictions that define that identity over the past 60 years. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that modern women want the best of both worlds. They want the social freedom of the prostitute and the respectability of the lady. And that just doesn't make sense. Like, one person can't be both a lady and a prostitute at the same time. If these designations are to have any meaning whatsoever, they need to be grounded in objective phenomena. And while it's always kind of easy for a lady to become a prostitute, it's very, very difficult for a prostitute to become a lady. It is possible, like the Empress Wu, who started out as a concubine in Chinese history, but it is much more difficult than the opposite. So let's be real. The standard template for a woman's behavior in the sexual marketplace today is to engage in casual sex without commitment through their 20s and then settle down into marriage around 30. That is, they want to enjoy the social freedom of a prostitute for 10 to 15 years, and then they want the respectability of a lady for the rest of their lives. And unfortunately, that doesn't make sense to men. In fact, this is exacerbated even further by recent dating trends. The rise of soft life girls and women who say reject coffee dates and expect greater effort from men drive this point home. These women do not complain that men are expecting sex without marriage. They complain that men are being stingy with their resources. Does this sound like a lady who is upset she is being treated like a prostitute? Or like a prostitute who is clamoring for a raise? Let's do some math. Dinner for two at a high-end restaurant, $200. Taxis there and back, $60. After dinner drinks, $80. That comes to around $350 out of pocket. So when women today insist that they only consent to dates where they are wined and dined, they think they are communicating that they are high-value ladies who know their worth, when in reality, they are advertising that their sexual opportunity costs $350, which is actually on the low end when it comes to escorts in most major Western cities. On some level, this makes these women both unsuccessful ladies and unsuccessful prostitutes. They're unsuccessful ladies because a lady would not transact her sexual opportunity outside of commitment. And they're unsuccessful prostitutes because, well, the successful ones charge more. And that's where we are in today's day and age. A lady is a woman with a relatively low body count, which means that she's only transacted her sexual opportunity outside of commitment a few times, who expects greater upfront resource expenditure in the courtship process. And I think it's fair to say that this is so far from the original definition of the word lady that we probably shouldn't keep using it, though the residual connotations are certainly beneficial to the women who have appropriated it. And this isn't likely to change anytime soon. Why? Because a woman who tries to put sex on the other side of commitment today is going to be priced out of the sexual marketplace, especially if she is not a young virgin. This is because she'd be making her sexual opportunities significantly more expensive relative to her intrasexual competition. And people, men and women, don't pay more than they need to for any given good. So such a woman would frankly have to be so extraordinary in so many other respects that such a strategy would be inaccessible to most women by definition. And besides, women have shown no indication that they want to go back to the way things were. The general feeling here is that women should be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, with whomever they want, etc. The general understanding is that marriage is a convention that was based on patriarchal repression of women. They didn't get anything good out of that, being ladies. And any convention that restricts modern women's permissiveness is going to be perceived as controlling and repressive. And it's like, fair enough. I also love my freedom a lot, so I can understand why women would be loath to dispense with theirs. Nor am I arguing to go back to the way things were. They can't. The genie does not go back into the bottle. What I am arguing is that we all see reality as clearly as possible and make decisions in light of that vision.
Why do so many women get bored in relationships even when the guy is treating them right?
Because we love the attention at the beginning, and once it feels too normal, we start craving the chase again. It's not fair, but a lot of us do it. And instead of admitting it, we blame the guy.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Modern women are an issue for this world. I saw this live stream yesterday of this woman speaking on how men are the reason why their daughters go out and sell themselves and end up on the pole, right? But in the same breath, she also said that fathers who are there raise pick-me's and women who accept abuse and disrespect. And I just think like that's the most backwards logic. Like it doesn't even make 1 ounce of sense, right? Modern women, in my opinion, from what I've seen, they love to play the blame game. They will blame the father, the mother, the childhood trauma, the dog, the cat, the ex-boyfriend, the pastor, the preacher, anybody they can name except taking accountability for what they are going through. Never looking at the role that we as women play in raising the next generation. The crazier part is that when women choose modesty, they choose submission, they choose to be separated from the modern women, they're made fun of, they're talked about, they're called pick-me's. But in reality, these are women who will help build strong communities. In our nation of people, we need strong families, we need strong marriages, and we need a strong community. And that's how you build it. Not with women who lack accountability and blame everybody but themselves. Twisting accountability and correction into abuse and disrespect. Like that doesn't, come on y'all. And a woman who can't handle correction in order thrives off chaos. And chaos is not going to do anything but damage our community. Modern women don't choose to get back into being traditional women. It's not just us as women who lose, it's the men, the children. Ultimately, the whole nation is going to crumble. Because let's keep it real, Black women create broken homes. They love that thing. If you disagree, chat with me in the comment section. But I said what I said.
Me what they can bring to the table for me, because I know intellectually, I know financially, I know on a 1,000 different levels, they don't even meet me halfway. So when you make a statement like that, again, like I said, I'm a single mother. I'm a modern woman. I have so many friends across, not just in Florida, this is not Miami. I'm talking about friends, period. And they're single mothers, but they bring a lot to the table. And for a man to ever ask me what my kids could do to benefit him, he would never even speak to me again.
All right, but let me ask you this question, Vic. So do you want a man to come in there and share his resources with your kids?
I have a question.
No.
I have to counter it. I have to counter
answer
it.
Just answer it. I need
He's
a yes
sharing
or no.
it. Do I
need a
want him to
yes.
come in and share his
Vic,
resources with my
Vic,
children?
Yes or no?
I'm asking. I'm trying to get clarity
Okay,
on a question.
If you're dating a man,
What is the resources that he's sharing with my children?
his finances.
I don't need 'em.
Because Vic,
Cap.
that's cap. I don't
Cap.
care what you
Big
say,
cap.
Vic. Listen, Vic. I don't care. If a man is dating a woman at some point in time, Vic, a woman
Let's
is
get
going
into
to
it.
want a man to share his finances in the household. So
Yes.
you telling me you're going to sleep, you're going to lay up there, you're going to date a man, you're going to sleep with that man, and you ain't going to ask that man to contribute his finances
So
with
here's
your
the
kids?
kicker.
I find that to be hard to understand.
the
That is
kicker.
cap. I'm sorry.
Here's the
That's
kicker.
cap.
Here's the kicker, and we're gonna clear it up.
Go ahead.
I never said I would expect a man to come in and share his not share his finances. I never said that.
That's his
I
resources.
Okay, if that's all the resources he has, that's problem number one. We're gonna start. No, that's definitely problem
That's his
number one.
resources.
That's not enough for me.
How
So
that's not
again,
enough?
it's not, because I have my own money. So when you start talking about modern women, and you're sitting in front of a woman that makes well over 6 figures a year, you're not gonna tell me that a man can step through that door and tell me, what can your kids do for me? No, baby, what can you do for this household? Because this household runs effortlessly without your finances.
Okay,
so
Vic,
so the expectation would be, if you're stepping through this door, why would you step through my door and you're not
All right,
able to
Vic,
provide any
okay,
resources?
Vic, okay, Vic, listen, I don't care if you make 6
Here we
figures. You know
go.
why? Because at the end of the day, your 6 figures is for you. You would never share it with me. At the end of the day,
Why would you think
listen,
that?
But Vic, listen, at the end of the day, whether you make 6 figures or not, you will still want a man to come through there to take over the finances, to take that burden off your shoulders. Don't give it to Vic. Every woman wants that. So when I hear women say that they're not looking for a man to share their resources, that is cap. Let me finish making another point.
No, you
This
can't.
is another risk. Listen, Ralph, let me make this one final point. This is another risk of a man that is competitive and productive, that's getting into a situation where he's dealing with a pre-made family. Who is to say, if I was to marry you and you divorce me, you will go to the courthouse and put me on child support for the next 18 years for kids that don't even belong to me. And matter of fact, even if I'm not married to you, if I've been dating you for a substantial amount of time, depending on what the state, you can still go and put me on child support for 18 years for kids that are not mine. So to close it off, a man, a productive man that's dating a single modern baby mom in this generation, that's a lose-lose situation. And I'm gonna end it like that.
All right, guys, so there you have it. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, I think he held his own in this debate. There was a lot of points that he hit. Okay, she's just not gonna get it because it seems like she's kind of caught up in her echo chamber of delusion. More power to her. To be a stepfather is a thankless job. I'm pretty sure you guys know that by now. Can it be done? Can you be in a situation where you are a stepfather? Sure, right? There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, for sure. When you're looking at the best possible situation for you as a man, a high value, high productive, high capable man, you're better off finding a woman that doesn't have any kids, okay? Starting a family and moving forward with that versus dealing with a modern woman that has this mentality that you need to earn your keep sitting at the table in order for her to validate if you should, I don't know.
Man, modern women talk too much. Like, they don't know when to shut the fuck up. Always got something to say. Always got an opinion on everything. Always got a response to everything a nigga say. Then tell me they want a man that's gonna lead them. It's how I'm gonna lead you when I can't even get you to shut up. I can't reach you if I can't teach you. And if you think you already know so much that I can't teach you, you know already aged out of any availability to me anyway. That's the real reason we like younger women. Yes, I want a woman that don't know shit, because a woman that don't know shit is in a learning mind state. She's in a position where she understands she needs guidance. Yes, I want a woman who's not experienced, because a bitch think because she got experience, she know everything. Bitch, all you know is heartache. All you know is rejection. You find me a woman that's in her 50s and 60s and she's alone, all she knows is rejection. All she knows is not being enough. All she knows is not measuring up. So what's the next thing she does? She blames men for all her shit. She says she's so good that she ain't never met a man that can handle her. Well, bitch, I don't want to handle you. I want to handle my finances. I want to handle my business. I want to handle these weights I'm lifting when I'm in the gym banging. I don't want to handle my woman. That's why older women are off limits to men who prioritize their peace. Them bitches don't know nothing about peace. If a woman knows about peace, some man has locked her down. Women that enhance peace, they don't get away. Niggas don't let them go. And niggas don't let them show that they ain't been taken care of. Them the women who get taken care of, them the women who get catered to, them the women that got all them babies in them and they ain't even got to go to work. Them the ones right there, the peace providing women. Most of y'all don't know when to shut the fuck up. And really, shutting the fuck up is what you need to do about 80% of the time. You heard of the 80-20 rule? Well, I don't know what it means for a woman, but for a man, it means shut the fuck up 80% of the time, and then we can talk the other 20. And by we can talk, that means you can talk. The reality is this, man. If you have already built your life and a woman want to be in it, what the fuck she got to talk about? All she need to be doing is taking notes about her position in your life and where she fit. And if the bitch don't fit, then you must quit. Talkative ass women.
Yo, after she's done being a hoe, one of three things are going to happen. She's either going to revert to God and or religion. She's going to practice some form of celibacy. Or she's going to get on social media platforms and try and rebrand herself. In many ways, most women they'll take it to the point where they'll move to a whole different state / country to rebrand themselves, bro. It literally get that deep.
What men seem to have a hard time understanding when it comes to me is,
here comes the bullshit. Y'all ready?
I don't give a fuck whether they trust me or not.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm not bending over backwards to prove my loyalty. In fact, I'll do nothing about that.
And they say that modern men are the bad guys. But let's not make a snap judgment. Let's listen a little bit more.
For it has nothing to do with me. You don't trust me? Boo-hoo, whoop-de-doo. I have never trusted a man in my life. You'll be all right.
Bitch, please.
If I gave you no reason to be suspicious of me, then that has nothing to do with me. And if I did give you reasons to be suspicious of me, guess what? That still got nothing to do with me.
It's exactly why I tell you not to fuck with no woman who ain't never had no positive male role model in her life. If she don't respect men, she don't respect her own father, the man that got her here, then why in the fuck do you think that she would respect you? Understand this, you all the way down at the bottom of the totem pole. You the last one in line to get lunch, baby. If she don't respect the men that she grew up around, she ain't never gonna respect your ass.
Modern women are cooked. Like, we are literally at the point in our world where we are praising the fact that women are not having babies. Women are not having families. And we're pretty much living our life exactly like the men that we claim to hate. It's like the more I read, the more I see online, the more I realize that a lot of women lack this gift that they claim that they have. And this gift is called discernment, which is good judgment. None whatsoever. I mean, completely out of the fucking window. We are now at the point in our life, ladies, where being a woman is no longer cool. According to modern feminism, being and living like a man is better than being a woman. I mean, being a woman is so lame. We're going to completely abandon the only gift that only we have, which is birth. We're going to completely abandon it. We're going to praise baby deletions and brag on our whoredom. Because guess what? We're not going to stop fucking. No. We're not going to stop fucking because we have to continue to have something to complain about. So we're going to continue to fuck ain't shit men, delete babies, get degrees that ain't worth the fuck, be in debt. I mean, hey, it's fun. Modern women are working overtime to be like men that they're even doing that wrong. Men can no longer control our bodies. Now I have control over my body, so I'm going to show it to men online for free. But that's not true. There's plenty of women with OFs. There's plenty of women making money showing their body to men. So let me ask you a question. When the men stop purchasing it, then what? Women for damn sure ain't gonna buy it. That's not our market. That's not our lane. I mean, we're not the number one buyers of porn. We're definitely not the number one buyers of 304s. So what the hell will happen when men just completely abandon the lifestyle, even though we know it's not gonna happen?
We are the men now. And we don't need men in our lives. There's a reason women say that if they had children, they would want to be the dad and not the mom. Women relied on men as a means of survival because they couldn't open up their own lines of credit. They couldn't have their own checking accounts. And now we don't need that. We are going to school. We are outpacing men in college degrees. We are outpacing men in workforce participation. We are outpacing men in home ownership. We are the men now. And we don't need men in our lives unless they are adding to it. Most men are depleting women in relationships. Gone are the days of men simply needing a decent, well-paying job and health insurance to land and keep a wife. Those days are gone because women provide those things for themselves. And men don't have anything else to offer anymore outside of that because that's what they were taught. That's all they had to provide. And now that is no longer enough.
So this black woman messaged me and she was like, I feel as though you empathize with black men, but you don't empathize with black women. Well, the reason why I empathize with black men is because black men are the most disrespected out of all the races in the world, right? Black men are the most disrespected by their woman, meaning the black woman, right? There is no other race in the world where women think that it's okay to disrespect their man the way that black women disrespect black men. And here's the crazy part about it. Let's go to the statistics. Let's go to the facts. Black women are the least likely to get married. Black men are getting married at higher rates than black women. Black men are commodities. If you go to any place around the world, most women want black men. Black men are commodities. But for whatever reason, black women don't see that. And then they are entitled and think that they're supposed to come with all this baggage, be out of shape, have all these kids, out of marriage, and just be really a hot mess. And then a black man is just supposed to be like, well, I should just settle for this. The black woman really thinks that the black man should be happy with settling with their nonsense and foolishness on top of being combative and disrespectful. Why would a black man deal with that when he can go get a woman from another race that is going to not have kids, the whole nine, and want to actually get on his program? I'm going to need black women to wake up.
Modern woman, that is the new age woman that's moved away from the more traditional values, the getting married young, having families, being there just to support your husband. The modern woman, when you say that, I think of the women that have been raised thinking they can do whatever they want, they can have whatever man they want, they don't need a man, they could technically not have one their whole life. That's the more modern woman, where they've kind of taken the world into their hands, yet now it's kind of backfiring on them because they want all the freedom, but then they want the benefits of having that traditional relationship where they are fully taken care of. And that, to me, is what a modern woman is.
I'm trying to be cool, but I'm going to let you get your point across. I'm going to tell you why you have a 304 mindset. First thing she said was my niggas went up. Cool. She said. Right. First thing you said was I could play with a nigga. Now I can milk a nigga and get this and that. Nothing that you said was a wholesome woman that's looking for a wife. I'm gonna get to you.
That don't mean I'm not. That don't mean that I don't want to have a husband.
Listen, real women. Listen, real women.
I've been a wife already.
Hold on, real women.
I was engaged.
You got proposed to? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I was engaged with no
Hit the camera. For you? Hold on, hold on. Why are y'all proud to be engaged?
We have 2 kids together.
Hold on.
We have 2 kids.
That's nothing to brag about.
I never said
you're bragging about failure? If you're divorced, that means you failed.
No, I didn't fail.
So why are you bragging about failure?
If I got left, that means I failed.
No, you said
I left.
Right.
I mean, if I got left, then I failed. I'm the one that left.
That means you failed.
No, because honestly, me leaving is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Listen,
but you said kids out of the relationship. The relationship didn't flourish to its fullest potential.
Yes, but I was a kid. I was 19.
That's not a kid.
Yes, 19.
No, that's wrong.
That's not a kid.
If you wasn't a kid, you was grown and you was having kids. You was married.
19 is
That's
kid.
304 mentality.
I ain't never know 304.
You went from a wife. Listen, you went from a wife, you reached the goal line. You was here. This is where all women aspire to get to. You left that to get a BBL and juice.
Yes, but no.
Where's that gonna get you in 10 years?
I don't don't look for it like, oh, I'm gonna juice this nigga. That's not never that. But what I'm saying is, if I peep a nigga's on bullshit, I could be on bullshit.
Why
too.
deal with it? Why deal with it?
She already said I play with niggas and do this and do that. I can get the money out the nigga. Then once he find out he's not hitting, once he find out he's not hitting, then it is what it is.
You know
so
what
that's
that
playing
is?
with niggas.
Do you know what that is? That's modern day prostitution.
Modern day prostitution.
You got a BBL to juice niggas, but let's be real. Niggas not paying. Niggas not paying without fucking. Let's be real.
Did you make your money the BBL? So let me ask you this. Once y'all got the BBL, did it ever cross your mind that now my lifestyle's going to get more glamorous because now my body looks better?
BBL for. No. I got the BBL
for attention.
No.
These modern women today, they do not want a man that challenges them. They want a man that obeys. They want a man they can talk to like a child, boss around, and emotionally manipulate them into thinking that they're wrong 100% of the time. Modern women today, they love accountability as long as it pertains to the men. But the moment a man says you need to fix your attitude, now he's insecure. He's controlling. He's a narcissist. He hates his mother. A lot of women want a relationship where they are never wrong. Where a man is supposed to take everything. The disrespect, the ego, the delusion. And they be like, a real man is supposed to understand. No, that's not how this works. A real man is not your emotional punching bag. A real man is not going to sit there while you sabotage everything and then blame it on him.
No, you can handle me, right?
No, you're not.
Listen, as a woman, I'm supposed to be naturally
because you
feminine.
we
gotta handle the world, and now we gotta come home and handle a woman, bro. Like,
yeah, so why do you want something to be by yourself?
So when
when we can date outside our race and be with women that's going to naturally be submissive?